Hey, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of the hashtag TFR Motivation Monday Zoom. We are Dr. Dondi and Marcy Nettles. We are your hosts tonight, and we are excited because we may just change the way you look at things. In fact, if we do our part, that will happen. You will change the way you look at things, especially people. Yes. So let's get into it. Let's talk about this YouTube channel that we have.
Yeah, guys, I'm going to be running through a lot of information right now. So make sure that if you can take some screenshots or just be taking notes as we go here, but there's ways that you can get reminders too. But first of all, we always record these and then we upload it to the Team Freedom Reigns YouTube channel. So if you haven't subscribed yet, please go and subscribe after the call tonight so that you always know where you can go for the backup of this recording, except for last week when it didn't record. So we try really, really hard to record every single week, guys.
Seriously.
Okay, but that's also another reason why it's good for you to be on here live. But if you happen to not be able to, we do put the recordings up when we can to the Team Freedom Reigns YouTube channel, which is almost every single week, guys. So please go and subscribe there, ring the bell so that you get the notifications.
Yes.
And there's a new thing that you can do. It's pretty cool. All the cool kids are doing it. So you can opt in for text reminders from LifeVantage. We know there is so much going on, and we know sometimes juggling so much gets really frustrating and we forget things. So how about some friendly reminders from LifeVantage about the things that are going to be happening coming up in the near future? All you have to do is text LFVN to 4848 to opt in to this amazing reminder feature. Again, text LFVN, that's our ticker, by the way, to 4848 to be able to opt in to get those text message reminders.
So cool. And we have a product of the month every month. This has been going on for over a year. You can find this in your playbook, the monthly marketing playbook. There's an entire campaign around it. There's a calendar around it. There's shareables around it, because we want to all be talking the same page, on the same page, representing the same product. And we are back to the NRF2 story that got us on the map. So the product for this month is Protandim NRF2 Synergizer.
Yeah, so everything we're going to be talking about here, guys, you're going to be able to find the information on the monthly marketing playbook. So make sure you go there. And we are the NRF2 company, so there's a lot of stuff going on around that. Coming up in under 2 weeks now, our first live in-person event and virtual LifeVantage Academy is coming to you, whether you're going to be watching it virtually or showing up at one of these 3 locations: Orlando, Florida, Phoenix, Arizona, or Salt Lake City, Utah. And if you take note here, this also has the actual hotels where they're going to be hosted now. So those were just released. And by the way, if you're in Salt Lake City, you got to go to the corporate office.
Tell them about it.
Oh my gosh, it is so freaking amazing. By the way, it's so inspiring. We finally have a space that can really house $1 billion company. It is so sleek and beautiful and inviting, just so you know. But talks our talk. It's all about mindset. It's all about growth. And it is just perfect to house this movement that we've got going on. So make sure that you get there. If you're near Salt Lake City, go to the LifeVantage corporate office for LifeVantage Academy. So how do you register? You can do it through the app. We showed you this last week. You can go in through the app, and just underneath there where it says events, you click on events, it's going to show you LifeVantage Academy. Click on that, and then you can go to the register now, okay? And it is $25 if you're attending in person or virtually. So $25 to register. Guys, it's time to get back at these events.
I know. Live events, I can't wait.
And then the other way that you can register is by going in through your Evo, your back office, through the events reports and through registration there. So you just hit on the events tab. It'll have all the events come up like it's listed here. And you are just going to choose which location you're going to be attending. And if it's the virtual one, there's that virtual registration slot as well. So make sure that you get yourselves registered as soon as possible, because you want to make sure, especially if you are going to be attending in person, you want to make sure that you get your spot, because there is limited seating at these events.
And get there on time, even get there early so you can pick out your seat.
Yeah.
right?
Take notes and everything.
Notes. Yes.
And sit up front.
Sit up front. That's where the smart kids sit.
Yeah.
Yep. And speaking of smart kids, the smart kids are also registering for Elite Academy coming up in July. So if you have not yet registered, it's still $89. It always goes up because wasting time or delaying it just costs you more money. So don't do that. Register now for $89 and you have the opportunity to purchase the personal care line, which we've been using.
Guys, you gotta get it.
And it's unbelievable.
Seriously, and this is the last opportunity that you'll have to be able to purchase all 7 of them together in one bundle. You'll be able to purchase them in different breakoffs of the skincare line and the body care line. So just make sure that you go and take advantage of this. Plus, you get your Elite Academy ticket basically for free when you purchase the body care system. Now, yes. I'd love to see in the comment section, guys, if you're on here with us live, your favorite emoji, if you've already gotten yours, and one expressing how much you love this new body care. Plus, I missed out on the last slide, but let us know which one of the live events you'll be attending for LifeVantage Academy, or if you are pre-registered for the virtual account or virtual LVA as well. We want to know where you're attending, how you're attending, and that you are attending, because that is the most important part. For $25, I mean, for $25, you're learning from literally somebody who has started and maintained $1 million a year business. Yeah. When you think about $25 investment to learn from somebody who's built $1 million business, that's like stupid affordable. Yeah. It would be stupid not to go, put it that way. Seriously. Okay, guys. So last week, many of you committed to the 3-a-day push play, right? With your prospects, getting them in front of a video and adding them to the Level Up Your Life Facebook group, the community with social proof. Well, every single night they are doing the Level Up Your Life opportunity presentations by an Elite Pro 9 or master distributor of the company. This is the schedule of the presenters for the next 7 days, including tonight. So tonight is Pro 9 Fred Graves. Then we've got Master Pro 10s, the Campbells on Tuesday night, Carrie Dickey, Executive Master Pro 10 on Wednesday, Gabe Pearson Pro 10 on Thursday, Pro 10 Rachel Picard on Friday, Elite Pro 9 Greg Deeker on Saturday, and Master Pro 10 Amy Homewood on Sunday. Guys, what a lineup. Powerhouse lineup for sure. Yeah, what a lineup of people for you to be able to get your prospects in front of. And flip the switch success stories. Okay, every single Tuesday night, and you see the big green banner on the slide right here. There is no longer Zoom link. So you need to make sure that you are getting people into, okay, this just doesn't make sense to me. I got to clarify on this. Okay, because the flip the switch success stories is for prospects. So we got to get this clarified, right? Because how can you get a prospect into the official independent distributor Facebook group? Doesn't make sense to me. I'll get clarification and we'll figure it out together, right? But just know, guys, first of all, you've got all of those 30 and 30 presentations that you should be focused on getting your people into, because it is for prospects. So you can put anybody into that Level Up Your Life page. Okay. So let's focus on that. And the special product announcements coming up, not tomorrow, but the next day, Wednesday night. Very, very, very special product announcement. It's the soft launch of this. You're going to see it. You're going to see some pretty amazing people talking about it. You're going to hear all kinds of stuff. Yeah, you're going to hear all kinds of cool stuff. You're going to hear from our CEO, Steve Fife. And I don't want to give the giveaway, but you need to tune in. You need to put it on your calendar. You need to save the time. You need to get in front of it. You need to make some popcorn, invite the friends, invite the neighbors, invite the family over, sit down in front, put it up on your TV, hook your computer to your TV, and get everybody on board with this product announcement. You tell them. It's going to be a lot of fun, guys. It really is. Somebody's going to be a part of this. It's going to be a lot of fun. A lot of information's coming your way. And I happen to have firsthand knowledge that there is going to be a massive announcement made during this cyber launch of the new, by the way, did you know that we have the very first and only CBD enhanced NRF2 activating True Science body care line. We have the only body care line that is CBD enhanced and NRF2 activated, guys. So get excited about that. If you have it, let's really start hearing your story. Start sharing it to the world using the hashtag It's head to soul.
Head to soul.
So hashtag head to SOUL. Okay, when you do your unboxings and when you share your experience with these products, because they are amazing, and we want to flood the gates. We want to flood social media with these hashtag head to soul presentations and products.
Unbelievable.
Goodness,
and they are amazing.
All right, guys. So make sure you do that. And this is also going to be on the official LifeVantage distributor page. So if you're not in that group, make sure you get in there before Wednesday night.
Yes. And again, no more Zoom for Success Mastery. It's all going to go through the official LifeVantage distributor page. But every Saturday, we have this unbelievable Success Mastery where it goes by, if you see the weeks there, the first week, product education, second week, compensation plan, third week, the LVA, and fourth week, mindset. So what week are we?
Well, it would technically be the third week, but since LVA is going to be next weekend, it's going to be a different one. I'm not sure which one it is, but I do know that the presenters, you've got Sarah Harding, and she knows a lot about the app. So maybe she's going to be talking about the app. And then we've also got Lauren and Anna Merrill for the success stories. And then we also have Executive Master Pro 10, Carrie Dickey, giving the call to action. So do not miss that. And it will be on the official independent distributor Facebook page. And one of the reasons why they're doing that is because they are actually pre-recording these now so that they can rush them through compliance before they air, and then be able to load them directly up into the playbook as well as into the app. So you have quick access to rewatching them, or if you aren't able to be on their live, it's right there ready for you as soon as you are.
Boom, done.
Right.
Yep. And we've got Wanderlust 2021, 3 ways to get points. You enroll people, you rank up, and then you maintain the rank. So it takes points to get there. It goes until the end of next month. Qualification was January 1st, all the way to the end of June 30th. So you can spend some awesome time with some awesome people on an awesome beach somewhere.
Yes. All right, guys, and earn your share. While you're earning those points for the Wanderlust promotion, you can be earning shares of the 5 for 500 poll, where you bring in 5 new accounts that equal at least 500 in volume, with each one of them having a minimum of 40 PV each for each of those new accounts, and you will earn a piece of the pool. Ranges anywhere from $100 to $200 every single month, and guess what? You can get as many of those shares as you want. Just ask Marjorie Ham, who got 5 shares last month. Congratulations. Plus Odell Bowman, Amy Kadavaz, Ronnie and Farah Angali, Grace Brook Hall, how about Richard Dennis, and then Canelli. They all got a share of the 5 for 500 pool last month. So congratulations to every single one of you. You're amazing. So inspiring.
The Shooting Stars Club. This is something we're now in month 3 of the Shooting Stars Club. And what is it? We want to reward people for doing the right behaviors and getting the right result. And what does that look like? Enroll 2 accounts in a month that have a total of 100 PV, at least 100 PV cumulative, and you are now a Shooting Stars Club member. And you will see that it's, well, number one, we're also working on special Zooms. We've got some special announcements coming up that is going to be only for this group of people. So people that qualify for the Shooting Stars Club, there's going to be extra perks, extra incentives, extra special things for you guys. It's an exclusive club, and we are in our 3rd month, but it's pretty amazing because we just want to reward people for doing the right things and give them something above and beyond the rewards that come with the bonuses and all kinds of other things, just extra recognition.
Yes, and with us scheduling these things, guys, we just want to ask for a little bit of extra grace over the next few weeks. I will be having surgery next week, and so this guy's going to have a lot of extra load on his shoulders. So just give us some grace as we will get everything out to you as quickly as possible, because we want to celebrate you and celebrating the April Shooting Stars Club earners. We read your names last week, so congratulations to every single one of you. So excited. And many of you have already gotten into the Shooting Stars Club for the month of May. So congratulations to Marjorie, Adonna, Odell, Helen, Dawn, and May for reaching the status of Shooting Star already. Make
Yeah.
it a goal, guys. Seriously, if you can make it a goal to hit Shooting Stars Club in the first 2 weeks of the month, you have got some momentum moving to help you accomplish the 5 for 100 bonus pool.
Mm-hmm.
So this is just to help you get that ball moving at the first of the month, come out of the gate fast, get those new enrollments. And many of you already have one. So let's see about getting your second one before the 14th. So you can be in the Shooting Stars Club in the first 2 weeks, and then you can just roll on in to that 5 for 500 bonus pool.
That's right. And the number that you see next to the name is not how many times they hit Shooting Stars Club. It's how many months they've actually hit Shooting Stars Club. And as I said, we're in month 3.
Yeah.
So the people you see with a 3 have hit it every month that we've been doing this. And that is March, April, and now May. You see Helen there, Helen Isaacs with the number 1. She qualified in May. The others that you see with a 3 have qualified in March, April, and May. So that number is not how many times you hit it. It's how many months you've reached Shooting Stars. So that will accumulate every month. It will keep getting bigger and bigger.
So awesome. And here we are, guys. All right. So this is Dondi's brainchild, and something that we've been thinking a lot about, especially with, we have people on our team in just the way that they view people and the success that they're getting from it, but also with Carrie Dickey and the information that she shared on one of our last Elite Leaders call, and then also on the Premier call about really listening and looking and seeing people as people. And so we just wanted to bring this call to you and ask you, so how do you see people? Right. And if you don't mind, I'm just going to run through and read this quickly, and then I'm just going to turn it over to you, because it truly does make a difference, guys, in how you look at people. Are you looking and seeing them as prospects immediately or customers? How about for helping you to rank advance? That's what you see when you see them. Or you're seeing them as a potential new business partner immediately. Or you hear and you see that they've got symptoms that you can help them with. Or you think that they just absolutely need our activation. Or you want to increase your commission when you look at them. How about this? Are you seeing them as walking oxidative stress? Or as, a blessing? Maybe somebody that you could bless. Or maybe you're looking at them as being somebody that just wouldn't be interested, right? Or something else. So how do you see people when they come walking into your life? And again, it really does make a difference. So
it absolutely does. And leave it there, actually. And so I want to bring up 2 situations that happened very recently. In fact, three situations. The first one was Carrie Dickey. She did an elite call. It was a call where she was one of the speakers on the elite call. It was for all the elites in the company. And she was talking about a recent experience she had where she went down, she was looking at an ad. Her and her boyfriend were looking to buy a boat. And they saw an ad. They went down to meet the person who owns the boat. They were talking to the person. And Carrie described it this way. She was talking to the guy about who he is. They were just small talk. Turns out the guy had some stress in his life. He was having some financial stress, which is why he was actually selling the boat at undervalue, because he needed to get rid of it. So Carrie started asking some questions. Oh, really? What's going on with you? Well, I just lost my job. There was all kinds of financial stuff. Or really, what's going on? Why did you lose your job? Well, he's been on disability because he can't work. He's got some physical problems. Well, tell me more about that. Now, keep in mind, if he said he lost his job, she could have instantly gone into, well, I just happen to work with this company that makes, and gone into the compensation discussion, showed him the income disclosure and talked about it from a financial standpoint. But she didn't. She just kept listening, kept asking questions. So tell me about that. What's going on? It turns out he's got physical issues. He is unable to work. He's got aches and pains. He's got all kinds of problems. Now, she didn't have that opportunity. Start talking about our products and what our products can do for him. She just kept listening and asking more questions. And turns out he's got extra stress in his life because there's other members of his family that have had financial problems. And those people have had financial problems because they've also had physical problems. And also he has a relationship issue. So the more and more discussion she was having, the more and more problems this guy was revealing to her, until she couldn't really handle it anymore and say, you know what, I can help this guy on so many levels. It became very emotional for her. So she started sharing the information. But after she knew all of these things, just by simply having a conversation about all kinds of opportunities for our products to remedy and increase his quality of life, not just him, other family members. And not only that, but look at the financial side of it, because he was completely unemployed. And so listening and asking questions, the more questions you ask, the more information you have, the bigger of a problem solver you become. And so the reason that was the first stimulus. Then we were listening to, I was starting to get, like, in very, very rapid succession, questions from part of our team asking about, this person has this health consequence, can they take this product? Or this person has this problem going on in their life, can they take this product? It was very treatment based or mechanistic based. This person has this problem, they're going to remedy this problem with this one of our products, which is why I got the question. And then I was listening and I had a recollection of Marjorie Ham, one of our amazing leaders on Team Freedom Reigns, who every single month doesn't just have one share of the pool, meaning enrolling 5 people with a cumulative PV of 500 at least, but multiple shares of the pool, usually 4 or 5, meaning between 20 and 25 people per month. And just listening to her, the way she sees people is she sees people as, one, oxidative stress. Everybody she sees has oxidative stress. Why? Because everyone she sees is breathing oxygen, and oxygen causes oxidative stress. So she sees herself as a problem solver for every single person she sees. And then she sees herself and the gifts that we have, and we truly have gifts. For those of you who've ever given a gift to someone, you know how important and how special it is, especially on a monumental time like someone's birthday or yesterday, Mother's Day or Christmas or whatever. When you give someone a gift, there's something emotional about that gift. You're solving someone's problem. You're raising that person's awareness. You're raising that person's vibration, whatever it is. They're better off after they've received the gift than they were beforehand. Well, that's how Marjorie looks at everybody, that everybody has oxidative stress, and she has a gift to give everybody, because who wouldn't if given the choice? I mean, just ask everybody, if everybody were to receive a random survey, would you rather have good health or bad health? Who would ever say bad health? And the other question, would you rather have good finances or bad finances? Who would ever say bad finances? So it's only a matter of, yes, everybody would say, I would rather have better health and better finances, which means you can solve everybody's issues, or at least contribute to the raising of their status. And if you look at everybody as oxidative stress, nobody is exempt from your database. And as a result of that, and if you look at it, you have a gift to give and you're solving a problem, it takes all the pressure off of you. And you just have a conversation from a pure place of giving. And as a result, you receive, because you bless them and the blessings come back. So question is, how are you seeing people? When are you thinking about exposing them to our information, on the financial side of it, on the business side of it, or on the product side of it? Are you waiting for someone to disclose or make a Facebook post they lost their job? Then you tell them about the business. Or are you waiting for somebody to say, I just have this problem, or you in discussion, I've got all these physical problems, and then you bring up our products? In other words, are you reactive with our business and our products, or are you proactive? And I will tell you, up until very recently, I have been reactive for the entire time I've been with this company, because I haven't seen what Marjorie sees. I haven't seen people as oxidative stress. And so I want to thank you, Marjorie, for changing my vision. And I just ask, as you look at people, start seeing the ability to bless them, to raise their finances, raise their health, or both, because we have the ability to do that. So when I want you to think about it in this capacity. I've brought it up this way. Think of people's health, not just from a physical place. Think of their health from their body, because your body can start having symptoms and it will decrease your quality of health. But think about your mind. You can have a healthy body. In other words, you're not having any pain, physical pain or ailments or problems with your body, but maybe with your mindset. You've got stress, you've got anxiety, you've got depression. And so now your mind is affecting your health. Wouldn't you say your mental health is a part of your health? So physical health, mental health, or how about your spiritual health? Everything is when there's hopelessness and you don't see that there's any way out, we can start now, the lack of spiritual health can lead right into mental health issues, right into physical health issues, and right into a complete meltdown of our life. But then there's another side, the body side, the physical problems and the the physical problems people really talk about. It's like, oh, look I just cut myself. I got this broken bone. I had this surgery. Look at my nice cast. Come over and sign my cast. Look at how many stitches I got. People are very public with their physical problems, not so much their mental stuff. You don't really typically see people saying, I'm really having a suicidal thoughts today, or I'm having a very bad depression episode today, or I'm very anxious today. You don't really see those kinds of Facebook posts, and you definitely don't see them when somebody says, hey, I declared bankruptcy today. Everybody give me likes and shares. You don't typically see that. So people suffer with mindset issues and with financial issues very privately, but they happen to be very public with their physical issues, and spiritual issues can oftentimes be a debate. So I'm just asking you to look at people from all four of these things. Look at their physical, look at their mental or their mindset, look at their spiritual, look at their financial. And I want to break it up into categories. First, millennials. And why I've done this is because we have products that are geared towards adults. And the reason is because our products are backed by scientific research. We don't typically, and it is not typical for scientific research to be done on children. First, because they cannot sign a contract and agree to what's going on. And two, most kids don't have health issues, normally speaking, typically speaking, because they're in the first phase of life, which is the growth phase. Our products and our opportunity are geared towards adults, and adults are in the aging phase. So from birth to up to about mid-20s, we're growing. We don't have products we have products that are anti-aging products, not growth accelerating products. So there's a key distinction. And so if you look at millennials, I started doing some research and I found something interesting. The top 5 concerns about the age group between 25 and 40, you may look at those and go, they're physical. But if you read what I put there, mental health conditions is number 1. What they are volunteering that they are concerned about. Mental conditions, mental health conditions, depression, anxiety, hyperactivity, and suicide. All of those are on the rise in this global pandemic that we're all involved in every age category. But with this age category, this is the 4 main things, and this is why, caused by technological advances. Also, as well as changes in the economy or job market and family structure. There's more divorces in this age group. They are byproducts of divorces more than 50% of the time. It's the first time in history. This age group, their parents are more likely to be divorced than not. They are more likely to have a very, very unstable job or career path. It's no longer you work for one company for your entire duration. You get the gold watch, you get the retirement, you get the 401k or whatever it is. You don't get that anymore. It's a totally different world because of technological changes, and the economy is unstable. It fluctuates. So that's the number 1 issue for mental changes or mental health conditions, but they're financial based, uncertainty based. How about substance abuse? Because of the recession, because of extremely high costs of housing, this generation, most of them don't own homes. Most of them don't own homes and don't want to own homes because it's too stressful. Mm-hmm. And so what does that lead to? Substance abuse, alcohol abuse, mental health issues caused by financial stress. Do we have something that can help with them? We do. It's just a matter of sharing the information. What would be the conversation starter? And so anybody in this group, and now I'm talking about the majority of people in these age categories that I'm sharing with you, have these issues. These are the most common things. So if you're looking at people as now, you are the problem solver. You have a gift to give them. More financial stability because a more predictable financial situation because they're now working for themselves as opposed to working with somebody else. And then alcohol abuse, substance abuse. How about high cholesterol? These are not problems that should be affecting this age group. This age group is young. Young people should not be having these kinds of issues. These are problems that are related to stress, physical and financial, and poor nutrition, a lack of exercise, and then type 2 diabetes. Type 2 diabetes is 100% preventable and reversible if you just change the circumstances that got you there. So start thinking about people in this age category from 25 to 40. What problems can you help them solve? These are the things that are the most common in their life, whether they're vocalizing it or not. This is what you know most of them are struggling with. So if you can figure out a creative way without being intrusive, because you don't want anybody to think that you're imposing, and people think, well, I don't want them to think bad of me. I don't want them to think like I'm interrupting. What if they found out that you knew this information and they heard about it from someone else and they knew you knew it and didn't tell them? How awkward would that be? Because most of the time, the reason that happens is because they're not being looked at as a way of you can solve their problem. Mm-hmm. They're being looked at as you don't want to bother them. Mm-hmm. What if they knew that you knew that you had to solve a solution to their problem and you didn't tell them about it? Yeah. How would that make you feel and them feel? So just look at this as a way to be a blessing to them and give them gifts.
It's a matter of letting people know that you care.
Yes.
Right. And so from the very beginning that we first started in with this type of a business here with LifeVantage, with network marketing, it was the number one thing that I was taught was it's not about you. It's about them. Right. And so if you can see them as being someone that you can serve and that you care about and you want to help provide them with a potential solution, then you're taking the weight off of your shoulders and letting them know that you care. Mm-hmm. Whether they say yes or no is up to them. But it's the spirit behind it, your heart behind it, that you care about them as a person.
Absolutely. One final thought on this slide, and then we'll go to the next two. So think about this. As Marjorie Ham, and thank you, Marjorie, for changing my vision on this. As Marjorie sees everybody as oxidative stress, think about this. Every single man, woman, child, and dog breathes oxygen, which means every man, woman, and child, and dog has the ability to lower their oxidative stress should. It's up to them, up to you to let them know you have a solution to that. And then the other part of it, getting into this category in the next two, is energy. If you look at mental health conditions, specifically depression, anxiety, hyperactivity, and suicide, how do you think that the energy, the overall energy and enthusiasm is in that population of people suffering from those things? High or low?
Low.
Low. We have access, direct access, to the manufacturing plants that make energy. It's the NRF1 pathway. It's the mitochondria. It's the ATP. So if we can increase the production of energy inside the body, that alone will have a direct impact on those things and improve their body function so their body handles those things differently. So they may be in the same circumstance, the same situation, but they have more energy to deal with it, and they're going to have a different outcome.
Yes.
All of those things are applied there.
But one thing I want you guys to understand is that we are not saying that our products cure or prevent any form of problem a doctor would treat. It's not going to cure or prevent, but what you're going to be doing is providing them with solutions to underlying problems that are resulting in what's going on with them. Yes.
Mm-hmm. So now, the next age category, my age category.
And mine.
Marcy's age category, the Generation X. These are their 6 biggest concerns. Affordable health expenses during their retirement. Because in another 10 years, people at my age, and in another 25 years for people at Marcy's age, you're 50, but this age category, so somewhere between 10 and 25 years, we should be looking at retirement, right? Well, the number one concern in this group is they're not going to have the health expenses during retirement. They're not going to be able to afford it. So if you can't afford your health care during retirement, what's going to happen? Well, that affects 3 out of 4 people in this age category are worried about that, being able to afford their own health care during retirement. Or number 2, they are expecting to be working for the next 20 years. So think about the next 20 years. 65 is supposed to be the retirement, right? People are working way beyond that, and they're expecting to, almost 50%. Or the other, they're having to care for their patients, 22%, 1 out of 5, a little more than 1 out of 5, expecting to be caring for their parent. What did I say, patients? I can read. So expecting to be caring for their parents. In other words, the people that are responsible for them being here. 1 out of 5 is worried about having to care for their ailing parents or their elderly parents. Not only are they having to worry about their own finances, but their parents' finances because they're the next age generation. And I'm going to share with you on the next slide. They're worried about their own financial issues. They expect to be paying for their family healthcare costs, not only theirs, but their sibling, their children, and their parents. So 3 generations of people in this age category they're thinking about. So healthcare costs, guess what? Healthcare costs are less in people that are experiencing cellular activation. Because when your cellular energy is up, when your cellular communication is up, thank you NRF1 and NAD, and when your cellular oxidative stress is down, you just simply are healthier and you have less health concerns, which means you don't have to go to the doctor as much because healthy people don't go to the doctor. Sick people go to the doctor. So if we can deal with the health issues at the source, the breaking down of the human body, then we're less likely to have to worry about the cost. See how that works? And then number 5, they're afraid of getting old because what does aging mean to them? Body breaking down and more miserable existence and health expenses and not being able to do things or being alone. These are all the things that they're thinking about. Well, guess what? If they wouldn't worry about getting old if they were healthy and old. Most people who are old aren't. We've just got to change that dynamic because most people are not cellularly activated. We have products that are changing the face of human health. We just don't have enough people that know about it. And then the last one, they're afraid to die. 7 out of 10 people in this age category are afraid to die because they're looking at how the people that are dying miserably from a disease. If people just died while they went to sleep and never woke up, people wouldn't worry about it because that's how you're supposed to die. You're not supposed to die from a debilitating disease because we have an immune system. It just defies logic. Yet 8 out of 10 people are dying of a disease. That can be turned around. So think about this age category and what we can do for their finances and their health moving into, because this is what they're thinking about. These are the things that are bothering them. So again, think like Marjorie thinks. Think of you have a blessing for every single person in this age category. Just share it with them. It's up to them whether they receive the gift, but it's up to you whether you tell them about it. And then last, the baby boomers. I missed this by 1 year. 1946 to 1964. People that right now are age 56 to 74. What are their top 7 concerns? And I have the source at the bottom. So where I got this information. They are concerned about outliving their savings, which means what are they thinking about? Homelessness.
Yeah.
Nobody this age wants to be homeless because they outlived their savings.
Or having to live with their kids.
Or having to live with their kids, or
Being
a burden on their children. That stresses them out too. Or they expect, they expect to have to delay their retirement. 7 out of 10 have already resigned themselves. We're not retiring at 65. We got to keep working and look at the next.
I'm not so sure anybody's really retiring at 65 anymore.
Yeah.
It's I think it's 73.
Very few. Very few. Look at number 3. They expect Social Security to be cut or eliminated. 80% are worrying about this. How about number 4? They expect to work 1 out of 2 people in this age category has already resigned. They're going to work until they die, which means they don't have the financial ability to retire, meaning their money's working for them. Do you know what leveraged income does? It comes in every single month, but you build the machine once and it pays over and over again. That's what retirement accounts do. But in lack of a retirement account, or for those that don't have them, this would be a great alternative. Number 5, they expect to need long-term care. And long-term care on average is between $50,000 and $100,000 per year when you're in a long-term care facility. 22% of people are stressed out about this in this age category. Well, guess what? When you have good health, improving health, hope for restoring your health, this becomes less and less of a burden. Number 6, expect to pay family healthcare costs. Not good, not good. 50%. And they think their health is out of their hands. This is the thing. I wanted to end on this. These people, 2 out of 3, think that their health is out of their hands. In other words, it's genetics. It's not. It's less than 5% actually, as far as what scientific research has shown. It's 95% epigenetics, meaning your lifestyle, how you are dealing with your life and how you are preparing and adapting to your internal and external environment. Well, guess the best way to adapt to allow your internal environment to adapt to its external environment by being cellularly activated. That's what the Tri-Synergizer does. It takes our own biology and maximizes its efficiency, which is a problem in the aging population. Because as the aging process accelerates, our bodies get less and less efficient. That wasn't until we discovered the NRF2, NRF1, and NAD pathways. Then we can reverse that and turn that around and give people the ability to get back on track to health. Because this is the thing, it's all about prevention. The earlier you start in your life with the Tri-Synergizer, in other words, activating all three pathways, the greater predictability your longevity, healthy longevity will be. Now, we can't control how old people are when we hear about it or when they hear about it, or can we? Yes, we can. It doesn't matter how old they are. It matters whether or not we tell them, because we can't control the age of the people we meet. We can only control whether or not we share with them a gift and whether we look at them as oxidative stress, low energy, and low sirtuin activity. And when you look at every single person that's beyond the age of 25 as oxidative stress, decreased sirtuin activity, and decreased mitochondria function, you have Tri-Synergizer as an option for every single person over 25 that you see. It's just a matter now whether you are willing to go share with them the great gift you have, the news that you have, and figure out a way to start that conversation and serve them and bless them and give them the gift, because that's literally what this is.
Yeah. And basically, guys, it's a matter of if you're going to be reactive or proactive in filling your funnel or your database, right? If you're going to be reactive, you're going to be waiting to hear what the problem is. But if you're going to be proactive, you're just going to see everybody around you as walking oxidative stress, and every single one of them will go on your list.
Mm-hmm. And I want to share with you what I thought of network marketing for a long, long, long time, because people weren't asking me questions. They were giving me information that I wasn't asking for. They were telling me all about how much money I could make. Making more money to me when I had no time to spend with my family meant more time giving up, which I didn't have to give up, which means I'm not interested. If one of them would have just asked me, are you spending the quality time with the people you love and care about? Different approach. They would have asked me a question rather than try to give me a sales pitch. What happens when you're talking to people that have no health? They would, and they have a lot of money. They would spend anything to get it back. Just ask the right questions. Or how about people that have no money and they're perfectly healthy? They would do anything to get a job, anything to be providing for their family. But if you're talking about products and they've already got good health and they now look at it as an expense and they have no money, you're just asking the wrong questions or starting the wrong conversation. Everybody has a pain point. Everybody has a problem that could use some solving or at least some improving. Just look at it. How can you be the problem solver to every single person in front of you? Start a conversation and start talking about your life, their life, asking questions. And the more you become a human and have a human to human conversation, the more likely you're going to discover ways you can bless them, the gifts that you can give them to raise the caliber of their life or the quality of your life. And it will probably surprise you. Now, granted, it might be a little outside your comfort zone. I've watched Marjorie in action over and over and over again. And she'll tell you she's shy, she's introverted, and she may be until she sees everybody as oxidative stress. Then she makes it not about her, it's all about them. And she goes and shares it with them. All these people that are enrolling, that she's enrolling, are not doing it under duress.
No.
She's not paying for their products and giving it to them. She's not bribing them. She's sharing it with them, and they're telling other people about it. That's the thing. When you receive a blessing and you receive a gift, you want to share it with other people. She's creating also getting people involved, and then they're getting people involved, and they're getting people involved because they're handling it the same way, a way to solve people's problems and be a blessing to them. So
ask questions. And just since we've been talking and listening, I've been listening to Dondi on this call, asking the right questions, right? And so even just putting something up on your social media, like I just made a post just saying, if you could have more of one thing, what would it be? And asking people to respond, because you'll see some people that would more gummy bears. I don't know. Doesn't make sense, but that's what they put. But some people will actually say, if I could have more time, if I had more money, if I had better health, if I had, what I mean, more time for vacations or more opportunity for vacations, that gives you a great way to start up conversations with people. So get creative in the way that you're asking your questions of more people as well. So face to face, those people that are right around you, but then also in those people that are seeing you on social media.
Yeah, so just look at every single person. I just challenge myself and Marcy and all of us to look at people as a problem waiting to be solved, or they've got problems that I'm guaranteeing we can solve. We just have to be a human and talk to them long enough. So let's think of ourselves as the world's problem solvers, because the people that make the most impact simply solve the most problems.
Yes.
That's just how it works. You bless people, the blessing comes back. We live in a universe of balance. You can't have people taking unless they give, because eventually if you take, you're going to exhaust your resources. Think of it like a bank account. Think of this like a social bank account. You have to make deposits before you can make withdrawals, because otherwise you get NSF.
Yes.
Non-sufficient funds. That's what happens when you try to take money where there isn't any in your account. We'll put in your account by blessing people. And you bless people and you bless people and they bless people, it will come back to you. But think of it first as giving, and then you receive. Giving comes first in the dictionary. It should come first in life, and it should come first in our actions. So think of it that way. And thank you, Marjorie, for helping me personally understand that we have a gift, and then we look at everybody as we have a gift. We just have to talk to them long enough to figure out which gift are we going to give them, because everybody could use a gift.
Yeah. So call to action, guys. Practice this.
Practice it. Practice
first identifying how you would naturally think about someone, and then seeing whether or not you need to pivot that thinking and think about them differently. Maybe not as a prospect or as a customer or as a business partner, but as that human being that has a need that you could potentially solve. So that's your call to action. Practice how you look. First of all, identifying how you look at people. And then if you need to pivot the way that you're thinking when you're looking at them, and start asking questions.
That's right.
Awesome.
Solving problems is the way to happiness.
Yes, absolutely.
And success in business, and just
everything.
Living a high quality of life.
Everything. All right, guys, we appreciate you. We know this was a little longer call, but I think that the content was worth it. Amazing, amazing information. So thank you for joining us on this hashtag TFR Motivation Monday call. Make sure that you hop on with Fred Graves here in just a moment if you need to learn how to present, or you've got prospects in there. And no, guys, you do not have to be on every single one of these every single night of the week. That can get overwhelming and a little bit too much, right? But know that that community, the Level Up Your Life Facebook group, is available to you to be able to add your prospects to and tag them in these posts so that they're learning information while you're doing the things you need to do with your family or your work or with anything. Just utilize it properly.
Amen.
But we love you guys. Have a great night.
Bye, guys.
Thanks for being here.